Auzubillahi minash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My name is Mohammad Usman, and I am working as SAP project specialist in a subsidiary of Saudi Aramco, which is Al Khafji Joint Operations. I am a UMT alumni, and I receive a request from UMT alumni office to talk with you. The topic which I'll be discussing today is about change management and some overview about impact analysis. Change management is nothing but you can say a collective term for all the approaches to prepare and support or even to help individuals and organizations to bring the organizational change. Like I've told you before, I'm working as SAP project specialist. SAP is one of the biggest ERPs in the market, and before working in Saudi Arabia, in Pakistan, I have been working. I got a chance to work with Beacon House, UFON, and AFAC. This is a small quote about change management, that slowness to change usually means fear of the new. Here are the contents of this presentation. I'll be kicking off the presentation with the introduction that how do we see change management in our daily life. What is the impact analysis? Of course, there are many tools to analyze the impact of the change, but in this presentation, I will be only telling you what the impact analysis is, that how the impact is carried in any project, and at the end I will be sharing my contact detail with you. So how do we see change management in our daily lives? I'm sure that you have listened these words quite often in your daily life, but the problem is when we confuse these words with each other. Just for the sake of an example, we'll be looking these two words, project and the program, in a different angle. For example, if I'll ask you that, okay, what's the difference between a project and the program? So some of you might know the difference, of course. However, few of you might not be able to know the difference, or and out of those, maybe a little of you will say, okay, these two are the same, or So project is nothing but it represents a single and a focused effort. However, the program is a collection of projects. So for example, your degree, I will see this degree as a program, and within that program you have done several projects for several subjects. And of course, to carry a project you need to do some activities. But how these activities do fit in when we say impact in change management? So based on every input, we can expect an output from the system. For example, you did some input, you submitted your finals, and now you can expect the result. And when we combine two or more outputs, that contributes to an outcome. And different outcomes combine to make one impact. So impact is the difference that is made to the individuals. But let's understand it further with the help of an example. For example, the government decided to improve the literacy rate in a city or in the country. So the government will be doing several projects for this program. For example, they'll be doing teachers training, they'll be counseling students, they will be working to build purpose-built campuses, they'll be working on the curriculum, they'll be counseling parents. So I'm sure there'll be a lot more activities going on, but just for the sake of an example, we'll assume, and of course they'll be awarding some scholarships. So we'll be assuming that these are the projects, I would say, that government will be doing for the program that would improve the literacy rate for the country. So I will be only explaining one program, and I'll be assuming that the same activities, the more or less same activities will be done in the same project. So sorry, I'll be only explaining one project, which is the teachers training project. For example, within teachers training project, there'll be several activities going on. So will be training teachers based on their subject, based on their classroom, role-based training, SLOs. I'll be trying to explain it further. For example, subject-based training, that we'll assume that all this teachers who are teaching maths, they'll be trained on how to teach maths in an efficient way. All the teachers who are teaching English, they'll be trained on how to teach English in a more confident way. Or for example, classroom based training, that for example, if your classroom strength is up to is less, or if it's more, so how the teachers would be able to manage those classrooms, how they will do the peer work with the students, how they will do the group activity, how the whiteboard activity, or how the individual tasks should be performed inside the classrooms. And of course, roles are in within the organizations. There are several roles. Some of them are teachers, some of them are senior teachers, some of them are primary teachers, some of them are coordinators, some of them are headmasters. So they have different roles within the organization. So the role-based training would about their roles and responsibilities will be provided, and SLOs, student learning outcome or objectives. So for example, the SLO for this presentation is, by the end of this presentation, you will be able to learn about impact. Okay. Similarly, the teachers, by the end of this teachers training program, they will be able to teach the students based on the training provided to them. And assessment training, how a teacher should be taking assessment of the students. I'm really sorry for the spelling mistakes I have in this presentation. And then writing SMART objectives. This SMART is an acronym which says S for specific, M for measured, A for accurate, R for realistic, and T for timed. Now we assume that this project is completed and the activities within this project are also got completed. So we assume that the playgroup teachers receive the subject based training 98%, assessment based training 92%, and the training to write the SMART objectives in their lesson planning is 95%. Similarly, the primary teachers and the secondary teachers. Now we assume that all the projects got completed, all the teachers got trained, all the students got counseled. Not all, of course, most of the students, most of the parents got counseled. The curriculum is managed up to the mark. We have also awarded scholarships to the students, and we have built purpose-built campuses. Now we'll be connecting dots. What we input to the system? My question is, our input is this. Sorry, this is our input. Okay, our projects. So we input this, we train the teachers, we counsel the students, we counsel parents, we manage the curriculum, we integrate the curriculum with the best resource we have, we awarded the scholarships to the students, and we ended up building the purpose-built campuses. And output, what's the output? So the output is different for different for different activities. For example, the output for the project of teacher training is, this is one output, subject based training is delivered. Second output, classroom based training is delivered. Third output, role based training is delivered. Fourth output, the SLOs are delivered to the teachers, that how to write an efficient SLO. The assessment training is delivered, and the teachers are also training to write the SMART objectives. So this is at the output level. And then at the after output, what's the outcome? Outcome is that the teachers got trained on these areas. On these all areas the teacher got trained. And this is outcome 1, because we collected all the outputs, and then it became an outcome that the teachers got trained. And similarly, the student got counseled. Similarly, this is outcome 1, outcome 2, outcome 3, outcome 4, and outcome 5, and outcome 6 likewise. And then these all outcomes will combine to make one impact. So when we will combine these all outcomes, what will happen? The result, it improved the literacy rate in the country. So result is nothing but the change. So how do we face the failure? How do we get confused? When we mix the output with the impact, for example, only training the teachers for a subject based training will not improve the literacy rate of the whole country. Or sometimes mixing an outcome with an impact, even if we train the teachers for on so many things, that will not be enough to lift the literacy rate of the country. And sometimes confusing the output with the outcome, for example, only training the teachers for the subject based training and ignoring all those other inputs, it will not serve as an outcome. Similarly, seeing an outcome as an output, sometimes we overproduce. Overproduction is also one of the reasons why we face the failure. Similarly, considering an impact as an outcome or assuming impact as an output. So this was a small topic I would like to share with you. Here are my contact details, just in case if you like this presentation, do let me know, and I welcome all of your queries regarding this. And stay safe, stay home. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair.